There's an effort underway in New York City Council to boost LGBTQ-owned businesses in New York City. Councilmember Richie Torres has introduced legislation that would certify the businesses and help them compete for government contracts. There are similar programs for women and minority-owned businesses already in place. Torres says the legislation has 3 stages: recognizing and certifying businesses, registering them, then creating opportunities. Joining me now, Jonathan Lovitz, who is a senior vice president at the National LGBTQ Chamber of Commerce. Jonathan, welcome to Chasing News. How are you?
It's great to be here. Thanks so much.
So, Jonathan, let me start with this. How does a designation for LGBTQ not cut into current contracts for minorities, women, veterans, etc.?
More diversity is good for business. It's not about any more or less pieces of the pie for other people. It's that competition is good for the city. It makes sure that bid prices come down for everybody and leave some more tax dollars at the end.
Is there a discrimination in your mind that gay business owners are not getting the same opportunity as everyone else? Are you trying to right a wrong?
Well, one of the good things about a bill like this, as we found all over the country in enacting similar pieces of legislation, is it's about jobs first. It's about business first. It's about the city's economy first. And it has the added benefit of helping correct some of the past injustices and lack of opportunities. A business that's good on the merits deserves every shot to get there. But when you've got decision makers who may have biases, or when you've got proven access to capital problems for not just LGBT people, but all minorities, because they're typically run by people who don't see eye to eye with them, it's about creating a more level playing field. And once everyone gets to start from the same place, we get to see greater innovation and competition that helps everybody. And again, it's about more people getting access to help our city.
You sound like a Trump Republican. More access, more economic opportunity. Thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate the time tonight.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring in tonight's A-plus panel. We're joined by Republican strategist Allison Young. Good to see you, Allison.
Thanks, Bill.
And Democratic member of the Linden, New Jersey City Council, Peter Brown. Good to see you, Peter. It sounds to me, Peter, this is an issue the Democratic Party is certainly wrestling with. It's all about identity politics.
Let's be clear, this is strictly politics. I mean, right now, you do have a program that has been working, that they do measure how are we getting business contracts to minorities, to women-owned businesses, and they have metrics that have been put in place to show that.
How about the potential for fraud?
I mean, definitely. I mean, that's the difference.
It?
How do you prove that? I think, Bill, we talked about prior to the show. You can clearly define who's a woman, who's a minority. But when it comes to sexuality, how do you prove that you are, I believe you have to be 51% owned as someone in the gay community. How do you prove that?
In the gay community too, it can be an important designation for businesses because they are some of the most loyal customers to LGBT-owned businesses. So maybe the certification is helpful, but do we need to be setting aside contracts?
Difference between advertising and relatability and government set-asides.
Yeah.
I would agree. Thanks, guys.